Found my wife's phone in the toilet yesterday. We weren't sure which of our 3 kids put it in there until my wife scrolled through her pictures today. It's not about the money, it's about sending a message. That kid has the mob boss stare of, "This is evidence. Deal with it." I don't know why, but that, like, unamused, like, almost banal expression just leaks an evil malevolence, the likes of which we won't see until they hit their teens. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/WellThatSucks, a subreddit dedicated to things that honestly just kinda suck. What else do you want me to say? It's all in the title. Let's just get right into it. Don't leave your kayak out in the sun. Oh, I didn't even know that could happen. What temperature is it? Where is this? Oh my god. Apparently this was in Nevada, and apparently also during this heat wave, several yaks were deformed by the straps used to secure them. Oh my god. Every single person was an out-of-state kayaker. That is hilarious, and I'm going to have to warn my parents about leaving the kayaks in the sun. Not that it really gets that hot up here, but like, you never know. It's New England, the weather's inconsistent. God, though, that's brutal. Kayaks are not cheap. Gas station toilet paper about the width of an iPod shuffle. That is complete butt sauce. Much like what you're producing and what your hand is about to be covered in. Not only is that one ply, it's like half a ply width-wise. That's terrible. Who would order that? I get it, gas stations have thin margins, but that is just inconsiderate to your clientele. And you, the employees, also have to use that to, clean your poop chute. Like, no. No. Get better toilet paper. It doesn't have to be 2-ply, but like, they're gonna have to use twice as much to make sure they don't get an unexpected prostate exam from themselves. Like, come on. Have a little bit of humanity with what you use to touch your butt. The food we get at school every day. Thanks, Michelle. Very cool. That is so bad. Oh, God. I have a lot of stories about the school food when I was a kid, because I thankfully went in before the school food reform. I remember it all being, like, not the best food, but still good food. This just looks awful. But then again, I did kind of go to an affluent region for high school, so I guess I can't really compare that to the average. I don't know what it's like down in, say, I don't know, Boston or, like, maybe New York. I don't know what it's like there. All I know is in New Hampshire, it's not traditionally that bad. But any school with a culinary program, this is a little life hack. If your school does have some sort of culinary program, like a tech school or something, they normally have a bakery shop open. So if you want to avoid this, because that brock looks gross as hell and like worse than normal brock. I don't like broccoli, but that looks even worse than normal. But like they normally have a pastry shop that you can go to or some sort of just vending machine. Use $1, get some snacks. You don't need that much for lunch if I'm being real. Oh god, the top comment. I went to an alternative high school and many of the students there had gone to prison. It was not an unpopular opinion of theirs that prison food was better than school food. Yikes. Oh my god. Someone else went to an alternative school where they were given sandwiches because they couldn't provide hot meals even though it was on the same campus as a regular high school. My god. That's butts, dude. That's butts. Got up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water. When I opened the fridge, the door fell off in my hand. Dude, tape the door back on. Tape the door back on. Was that not even held in by screws? What happened here? At least you can take it with you to your room. Oh man, that's terrible. Like, you're gonna have to duct tape it back on and deal with it in the morning. Granted, it's only 11:21. That's not too bad. I'm sure you're probably sleepy, but I think you can probably spare the, 10 minutes to screw the door back on. Just a theory. Game theory. Thanks for watching. Big fan of your Metroid art on the fridge and your Captain America and Spot the Target dog. Hashtag not sponsored. I like your fridge magnets. They're very good. What having a cat is like. That doesn't suck. That's cute. They autographed your food. I love that. How do you know this was your cat? It could have been anyone. Thanks, top comment. Very cool. I don't know, when we had cats, they never really gave us this kind of issue. They were good boys and girls. They were fantastic. They didn't go on the counters. I mean, they didn't exactly like my brother, but they loved me. They loved my dad. They actually, near the end of their lives, had taken to sleeping on us when we were watching TV, which was very pure and good and wholesome. But, yeah, no, I never had this issue. Maybe someone with, like an a-hole cat can explain this, but, like, I've never had them steal food or, like, sit on my food. They were good to us. Our dog peed down the entire hallway. You know what we call that in New Hampshire? A wicked pisser. Oh, God. The clean sine wave makes it for me. I mean, at least it makes it easy to clean up. You can just put the towel down, like hold it with your shooed foot and like scoot down the hallway. At what point of this puddle do you put the dog's nose in to teach it that that's bad? I need to know. I need answers. What part of this do you stick the dog's nose in to be like, hey, come on? Oh, I love the top comment. That's something that probably says something in dog cursive. That's butt sauce though. I'm sorry you gotta clean your pee puddle. I fricked up. Well, I mean, look, that's really rough. I had that happen at Best Buy a couple of times, but there's no use crying over spilled milk. Oh god, that is so rough. We had a pallet. So, the way that retail stores get their products is it all comes on like a big truck, but other stores have to pack it. At least they did with us because we were like the third stop on our Best Buy's route. So our stuff was always towards the back. However, one day, they were like, hey, the store from the next town over accidentally got your shipment, so they repacked it and sent it to you. And I was like, okay. I opened the truck, and like 8 to 9, like 70-inch TVs came falling out at maximum velocity, all curved, all falling on top of one another. Every TV broke. That was like $50,000 of shrink, which is losses for a store. And I remember sitting there. I calmly like walked over to the phone, dialed my boss and went, hey, we need to sue one of the stores nearby. Apparently, all of that came out of their budget because they packed the truck really horribly. But I was still laughing, like, how did they get that door to close or that the TVs to fall in such a way that they fell when they got to us? I never got my answers, but I always considered driving over to the store and being like, hey, what the hell? Why? I bought my first home from a real estate sale. Previous owners stole the toilet after final walkthrough. That's so stupid. Why would they need that? I mean, at least you still have a hole you can use, but... apparently there was a crack in the water tank, so according to OP, they left money in the cabinets to replace the toilet. So that's good. But you know what? I played a lot of Herbs Sims on the DS when I was a kid. I need to look up something. How much does a gold toilet cost? Gold toilets cost $1 million for solid gold. So you could use the money in the cabinet to put inside a dividends investing firm so that you yourself can get a $1 million golden toilet to replace. You know, they left you money for the future. Use it. I picked up the ladder, forgetting that paint was on top. Wait a minute. Is that my sister-in-law? That looks like her bathroom. Hold on. Okay, no, that's not. She genuinely looks like my brother's wife, and that really messed me up because that also looked like their bathroom. But I checked this person's profile; it's not them. That fricked me up. Oh god, that got me good. I thought that was my brother's wife for a second there. That brooks me. But also, that's rough. I'm so sorry you spilled the paint that was on top of the ladder. At least it didn't get on the carpet. Oh wait, yes it did. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I ordered a pepperoni pizza. Well, you did get a pepperoni, so I can't say that the shop was wrong in giving you what they gave you. Some chucklehead out there in the pizza shop is losing his mind that he sent this out, and I cannot blame them. That is hilarious. The pepperoni is under the cheese. They only put one pep on top to mark it for the guy working the oven. Oh, that does make sense. You can kind of see it underneath it. I don't like that answer. I like thinking about the weird Cyclops pepperoni pizza. That's funnier. My wife worked for an hour on this peach crisp and burst into tears right before my parents showed up to our house. Oh, that's butts. But I love the top comment. And you said, shh, there, dear. I know how to make you feel better. And you pulled out a phone and took a picture going, I'm gonna get so many fake internet points for this. I'm glad the top comment is as cynical and jaded about Reddit culture as I am, because my god. This is one of those things that, I don't know, it just doesn't need to be shared. Like, I know a peach crisp is kind of a weird thing for me to say that about, but it's like, your wife is very clearly upset and you're just like, I'm gonna post this to Reddit. I don't know, it just feels very dysfunctional to me. But then again, I brag about my 5 a.m. workouts every day on social media, at least on my personal social media. So I'm not too much better. I'm still seeking validation for things that happen in my life from almost complete strangers on the internet who I may or may not have once known. Social media is just a curse. Let's just be real. This is a plague that Jesus forgot to warn us about. I work at a grocery store. One of our cashiers tried to roll a watermelon across the scale. I think it's at least 3 pounds, Jim. Oh my god, back when I used to work in a market basket, the void underneath the register, we always just called it the void, because if the register collapsed, whatever went down there was not coming back out. Because the registers at the time were completely sealed. And I remember this one girl, it was like her second day, and I'm pretty personable, I like to talk with people, look, I like to be the light in people's lives. I know I'm very selfish and I enjoy being the center of attention. But so I was talking with this girl and she was telling me all about how like she was having trouble in, school right now, and I was like, oh, what's the issue? And we were just talking while she was ringing stuff up, and she just kind of put a thing of water bottles across it to try and scan it like idly, and the entire thing just collapsed. And the water bottles got snagged on it, and they all fell through. The register completely shattered, and this girl just broke down in tears. And I felt so bad. So I just started like waving my hand like, hey, it must help. It must. Just trying to get the manager to come over. And this poor girl, at this point, I collapsed in a heap, and I'm just sitting there like, this is 15 minutes into my shift. I've got another 7.5 hours to go. Oh god, I feel so bad for that girl. She's apparently like a really like good real estate agent now, so like 10 out of 10 good for her. Today we were given Pez for being essential workers. You can't make this crap up. Look, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. That's something your manager probably did because corporate refuses to acknowledge the significant risk by giving you a pay raise or hazard pay. Like, let's just be completely real about this. The entire, like, crux of an essential worker was basically completely exploited under the guise of being thankful and calling you heroes. It's the effect to make you feel good about yourself when they should be paying you more and giving you hazard pay. Like, let's be real about this. You got played because your company didn't value your safety. They valued your profits. I'm a capitalist, but I'm also jaded. Welcome to being an adult. I live in Norway and I'm allergic to cold weather. That's such a huge transformation. Oh man, that's butts. How do you get allergic to cold weather? I actually need answers to this. I want to understand. I need to understand how this happens. How can you be allergic to cold weather? Oh, found it. It's a skin condition called cold urticaria. Apparently, it's different for everyone. No fun symptoms. Not so fun symptoms include itchy skin, hives, swelling on face, swelling of lips, and swelling of hands. That's butts. That's absolute butt sauce. I hope they find some sort of relief for that for you, because that looks unfun, and I do not envy that. Cat just knocked over my Slave 1 and my dad's Millennium Falcon. That is butts, and that's gonna be complete, ass to just sort through. But also, I think it's really nice that you and your dad do stuff together, I think that's really sweet. That's a good bonding thing. There goes one of that cat's 9 lives. Thanks, top comment. Very cool. Oh, man. I'm glad. Apparently, OP and his dad kept the books for assembling the kits, so that's good. You know what? Doesn't suck as much as you might think. Was removing the top of this vanity and it snapped, slicing open my hand and needing 13 stitches. Oh, you can see the blood splatter on it. That's so terrible. I apologize for your pain. That's so terrible. That, as I've stated multiple times, complete butt sauce. You need to sink before you act. The pun drained me. Amazing. What a good comment chain on the top comment. I hope your bathroom project comes out nice, though. Maybe add a nice red tint to disguise any further blood spillage. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and maybe even share it with a friend who could remind themselves that maybe life isn't so bad all the time. If you want more r/WellThatSucks, then make sure to stick around, because another one will be popping up in just a couple of seconds. But until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a lovely day.